Good morning, hello, and happy Monday. I uh I had to stare at my stream deck for a couple seconds there. I almost hit the ending button. I was like, doesn't look like the right one I normally press. There has been a time where I actually hit like the stream end button a few like at the very beginning. It's like, that's not the transition. It's not even on the same row. It's not even close. But my dyslexic brain was like, "Hey, that's a button you eventually press after the start button. So maybe we want to press that right now. Maybe, possibly." All right, I've been running a few minutes late today, but got everything set up here. We're good to go. Let's talk about what I did over the weekend. So, if we log in. All right, so I'm logged in as an author. Um, we had finished the create article, so I deployed that. I went to okay, so if we go to courses, we choose a course. I now have an admin bar, sort of admin nav bar that shows up. This only shows up if we're an author. So for Axum, I want to choose articles, and then it shows all the articles on the right here. Now, eventually, I'm going to want to do like a drag and drop system where I can drag and drop articles from the right over onto the left. I'm not going to worry about that right now. I'm gonna basically just do a click. If I click on it, it sort of just appears over here at the bottom, and then maybe we can do a reorder thing. I think what's really important is for me to like sort of work towards getting something out there. I also came up with like I'm slowly like consolidating what I want this like initial thing to be. The music is really loud on this side. I need to turn it. I've been playing games after work, and I turn up the speakers here so that I can actually hear what's going on, and then I have to turn it back down for the stream so I'm not like blasting music while I'm coding. All right, so that being said, let's also run the test. So this is in courses. Oh, a visitor cannot create an article. I feel like I need to wait a little bit longer. I think you're right that the network idle is probably not what I want to need. I wonder if I want to make that like a DOM update or something. I think I have a race condition there. But okay, we're gonna go into courses spec. And an author can add articles to a course. All right, so there we go. So we see all articles. We see I created a random single article here. Modern plastic sausages. Okay, that is, I guess, I'm using a random faker to create random uh product names as the article titles. It's interesting choices. Okay, so the next thing, now that I have these here, and it apparently seems to be working here too, because I see these. Now, if I go straight here, ooh, that does not work. It works if I navigate here. It does not work if I go straight there. Okay, so I need to add that as a test. So end-to-end test, maybe courses. Can I go page down? Can I go page at a time? Um, move half a page down. Move page down. Control F, or the page down key works. Okay. Except I went to the wrong one. I want end-to-end test courses spec. All right, so we have author can add articles to a course. Test. Author can see articles on course when um, navigating directly to um, add articles page. Permission denied. Okay. I'm not sure what the difference is between these two states. Somehow, when I'm in Zellage, I'm attempting to load up the current working directory here. And for some reason, it just sometimes doesn't load up the directory. Or like I'm there, but I'm not really there. That seems really weird and odd. I'm not sure what's going on with that one. Like on Saturday, it worked just fine. I was there. I didn't have to do anything special. Today, when I loaded up, none of these windows worked. But okay, let's try this again. So we're going to go to end-to-end test courses spec. We're going to add a new test. I guess I can mark this as a skip, which I think will not try to run it, but I think it should also fail in CI/CD. Okay, so going to skip. We're going to name this articles should load when navigating directly to course articles page. Okay, now I can write to that. All right, so I have the articles, and they're sitting there, and so we know they're there. We can see. Okay, we can have them. They're visible. I can see it. I want to click on this and have it appear over here in assigned. So perhaps to test this, let's see, how am I gonna like test and have Helix actually like know that this works? Helix, no, Playwright. How do I get Playwright to understand it's gonna be over here? Right now, it doesn't care at all about the order or anything else. I guess what I could do is if I see it twice, do I want it to disappear from over here and show up over here? I mean, probably. I probably don't want it to like continue to be over here. But that again means that is there a way for me to select with playwright? I want to use a locator. Oh, I can locate by CSS or XPath. I would love to filter by another locator. Okay, so we have two buttons, add to cart. Get by role, list item. So it would be either of these two list items. Filter has page get by role heading. Oh, well, this is exactly it then. Okay. So I want to click this. Okay, so get by role that, expect articles 0 to be visible. I don't necessarily want to I want to do this as like an expect. I want to await get by text, and then I want to click it. Then I want to see it over on the left-hand side. So now I would expect do I have to await this one? I don't remember. Page dot. Okay, so I want to do. I guess. You know what? Let's do this here. We'll do a const. So this is going to be the uh, articles. I want first article added to course equals await. Okay, we're gonna do page get by text article 0. Okay, filter. Okay, so then we're just gonna do a straight up filter. So I probably want to do something like this. Okay, has and then locator or regex. I don't want that. Okay, has page get by role head. Okay, okay. So has is going to be something that's inside going out. Interesting. So do has. Oh, has text also is another thing. But I think I can do has here. So has page get by role. Now a heading I think is like an H tag, right? And the name is assigned. Okay, so this is get by row list item. So I get the list item. I filter out. Oh, has is down below. Oh, I see. Oh, and then I can go into it. So I can get by role, get by role. How is this working? I'm doing these in rows. This should be. Oh, it's not a child though. So we have. Here's assigned like that, but then here is all articles. And then if we go there and then go to courses, that's there. Yeah, so it's a sibling of this. Steven Segiball, hello. How you doing today? How does my hair always look so good? I don't. Does it really look all that good? I did get it cut every couple months. I wash it fairly regularly. Um, I mean, and I brush it every day. I mean, it's not too terribly much. Also, I don't keep it too long, and it's not too short. So it's heavy enough that it sort of stays down. Eventually, like I do have to like part it to keep it looking okay. Eventually, it will get where it's to the point where it can't. It just doesn't look good no matter what I do. And then it's time to get a haircut. You get bed hair every day. I get hat hair. Uh, But I think the most part is like I shower in the morning before I do the stream, and that lets me uh put it into the right place. So I guess a shower and a shower and like getting washing my hair. And then combing it immediately afterwards so then it dries in position. I think that's like that's doing most of the work for me. Okay, course art. Okay, so I want this thing. Now it's in a column. Okay, so we have all articles. Articles is not a child though. It's a sibling. So it doesn't feel like it's quite the same as this. So get okay, so it's grabbing both of them. So has, I wonder if I can do like a has parent. What are my other choices? And why are you so upset? Expected zero arguments, but got two. I have one opened, two opened here. This is like impossible for me to read. That this red font, I don't like. I'm not a fan of this. Oh, I'm supposed to put this as an object like that. That's what it is. And let's see. Then probably close here. There we go. Okay. Let's get by. Okay, so I have has. What else do we have? Has text. Matches elements containing specific text somewhere inside, possibly in a child or a descendant element. When passed, a string matching is case sensitive and searches for a substring. Okay, so looking at this and then looking at this together, I want it's like next to it. I have a class row, but like the H1 is not a parent of a sorry, these H2s aren't parents. I could get everything that has a column in it. I could I could create a label for this. Would that be legal? Am I allowed to put labels on anything? I don't think I am, right? So look for column. Okay, so so instead of get by text, I want to change this to be get by CSS. Get by attribute. Wait for Alan Lazi. Hello, good morning. Wait for selector. What's wait for selector? Returns when element specified by selector satisfies state option. And then there's the class name in there. Yeah. Wait, is there get by selector too? Select option, wait for selector. Excuse me. Okay, so we could do wait for selector, returns when element specified by selector satisfied state option, returns null if waiting for hidden or detached. Playwright automatically waits for element to be ready before performing an action. Oh, so it automatically does this for me. Using locator objects and web first assertions makes the code wait for selector free. Wait for the selector. Okay, so I don't think this is exactly right, but I think it's like the right idea. We can use that class name, but locator. The method returns an element locator that can be used to perform actions in this page, and then a selector. A selector to use. Okay, so if I do that, um, the selector isn't telling me what it can be. Okay, hold on. Okay. Oh, okay. CSS locator. Oh, pagelet locator. CSS button. Okay. So I do like this, and then we can say, okay, I want row. So everything that has a row in it, dot get by oh, then I can do filter. Oh, then okay. Then I do this filter. which is not this has text, has this heading, which is assigned, and then we do another get by role button. With a name of articles of 0. Okay, I think that's it. Now if I run this, it should fail. Let's see if it actually fails here. Oh, it doesn't fail. It got it in here. Oh, it's not even running this one. Oh, because I'm not doing anything with it. Oh, hold on. I'm getting it. But I need to assert. So I need to expect that the first article added to course to be visible. Yashard, hello. How you doing today? Not there. What? No, not there. There. Okay. Let's see if that works. I'm doing good. It's Monday, so I'm obviously a little bit tired. Usually get tired on Monday because I would love to sleep more, but it's a thing. You didn't think we were gonna have a stream Monday? So I usually stream Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, and then bonus has been a lot of Saturday streams recently. Um, so I do often do Monday morning streams. Although usually a lot of people don't show up. Okay, you timed out. Like, how can that be a pass if you timed out? Do I need to wait on it? Uh, hello, stacking. Can I blame us? Of course I can't blame you. I've had several people I know in real life. I would totally show up and watch your stream and hang out with you, but it's morning. I can't wake up that early. You don't show up to your day job mentally on a Monday. Yeah, I sometimes feel that way too. Okay. Whoa, expect to be visible. No, 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 no. That's the wrong one. Oh, oh. I'm in Mountain Time Zone. So what is that? That's UTC -6 right now. So currently it is 7:33 a.m. for me. Uh, so for this I have to wake up at 6 a.m. And then Zilby or Kitty Cat got really wanted to play like early this morning and was just running around meowing early in the morning, and I was just ignoring him because I don't want to set the precedent that I will get up to play with him before it's wake up time. Hey, hey, hey. No no voices. Okay, so what is all right, so that selector did not work. That should have failed. Or at least that's what I'm trying to fail. So I find this article, I click on the first one that I find, that's that name. Weight has no effect on this type of expression. Okay, so you're saying get rid of that. Page locator row. Here. So let's just do this here. So if I want to do a document dot query selector, I want to get, I guess technically query selector all. So I'm going to get these. And okay, so I get that one. Oh, because that one does contain both of these. Yeah, that's a thing. You see, you're working on a Mac. Are you streaming from the same device? No, I am not streaming from that device. I have a Windows desktop that I'm streaming from, and then a Mac is just what I'm working on. Also, hello, it's Coder's Life. The hardware config, it's the M1 Pro maxed out. So it's that one from last year, December around. Oh, how do I connect to both of them? I have a Elgato HD 60S Plus capture card. And so I have that going out from HDMI into that, which then goes into my into the PC desktop, which is then sort of using OBS to send that out. So like if you see me go like look way up, I'm looking at the desktop monitor, which I have above the monitor I have my Mac extended to. So essentially, I have the Mac splitting to the monitor in front of me, and then also capturing card. So I guess actually, um, yeah, it's a splitter and a capture card together in one. That's what it is. Okay, so I can't do that. I want, you know what? So let's, just to make this easier, we'll make this a what is that? That's going to be a course articles. Okay, so there's the course articles. Here's two, so assigned. And then I'm going to have, oh, gross. You're in the wrong tab here. Like that. So in here is where it's going to be, which means I have a column here. Okay, so I want, this row. Oh, it's not a, wait, it's not a row. It should be a column. I get a column here and a column here. Did I select on row or column? I did row. Okay, so I want column. So and test courses spec. Okay, I want that instead. Oh, now it's working. Okay, so now we fail. Okay, so we click this. We click this one, the intelligent wooden pizza, and then we try to find the intelligent wooden pizza, and I want to find that over here, and we don't find that. So perfect. Now that that's working, I can head over to the actual, let's see, course articles page, and we want to deal with that. So when the button is clicked, so I have this button list here. When a button is clicked inside of there, I need to know which button it was, and I need to know that it was clicked. So I need like an on click added to this. Then I also need an ID, probably an ID that it emits out. Okay, so we're gonna come down to my YCL. I'm gonna split this right. Let's full screen you, and we're gonna start developing in here. So we have a button list we're working on. So this takes in a vec of button list items. We need to add in a pub ID, which can be an attribute value. I am trying to get better at it. Okay, so that gives me an ID. Now, in here, I want to have a callback function in which I emit back out that attribute value. So we're gonna have a okay, so this is the button list. Okay, so I want hub, I guess on click, and it will be an attribute value because I don't know what that is. But in order to convert that, we need our other on click. So this will have to be, let's see, this will be the button on click. Do I need to clone this? I don't think I need to clone this. I don't think I need to do this. Hold on. Okay, so this will be a callback from, we're gonna get the event, which I don't remember what we get. It might be nothing. Now this button. Oh, right. Okay, so this is gonna be just normal button. I'm not using a BBB button. I'm just using a normal button, which I might need to switch over to that. We'll see. And then I'll put an on click equals button on click. Okay, so this is gonna be a mouse event. The problem with this is I don't know which button was clicked because it could be anyone. It could be anyone. So I don't want to create like 100 callbacks. I want to use just one. All right, so you're a mouse event. That makes you happy. Okay, so I think I need to add the ID into here. So then I can get that off of it. So like maybe like a data or something. I don't think you can use values on buttons. Oh no, the value would be inside of here. That's not what I want. So I want probably like a data ID equals item dot ID. We'll clone you out. Okay, so I have that out here. Now I can get this event, and with the first thing I want to do, I need to get the target of this. So I'm not in a form, so I should not need to prevent default. So we're gonna do event dot target. That should always work. Can I unwrap our default? don't believe that I can unwrap or default an event target. I'm just going to unwrap it. All right, so I get the target. I now need to convert this into the button target. So I want a button target equals to our target dot unchecked into F64. That doesn't seem right. What's the? I think we're doing it somewhere else, aren't we? There it is. Unchecked into. Okay. Sometimes the Rust analyzer for this one just doesn't always show what I want it to show. Okay. Unchecked into, and then I want this to be a HTML button. Ooh, but I don't have that. I don't have that because aren't all numbers in JavaScript floats or something stupid? All numbers in JavaScript are IEEE F64s. So not just floats, they're IEEE 64-bit floating bit integer. Floating integers? Floating numbers. So, yes. So if you see, for example, in TypeScript, if you see something saying, hey, this is an integer, it's not a float, that's kind of sort of a lie. What it's probably doing is it's just saying, hey, you think that it's a, like it's something with a .0 at the end. Okay, so I need to add the type in for this. Let's quit out. Let's do a cargo add. It was WebSys, I think. All right. What's the chance that I can guess what it is? I think it's going to be HTML button element. I think that's what it's going to be called. I mean, I don't see anything else, so it might actually be that. HTML button element. Okay, I think I was correct. All right, so let's jump back into HX. Let's go back into the button list. Wait until Rust Analyzer finishes loading up and booting. I'm looking down here, by the way. There it goes. Okay. HTML button element. Okay, so we turn it into that, and okay. So now I have a button element. I want to get the data ID off of it. So I want something like the ID. It's going to be equal to the button target dot. Wait, getter field for the ID field of this object? I don't think that's what I don't think that's a real thing. When eventually when we do the drag and drop for this after MVP, then we can do that set draggable. That will be nice. Okay, let's just. Is there anything with data in it? I'm not seeing anything with data in it. I wonder if that's a. Wonder if that's a feature. All right, let's go to WebSys. Okay, so I want data. Oh, I bet there's nothing that can give me like data. I bet that's not something. I bet I have to get like an attribute. Okay, what is this ID thing? Element ID. The ID property of the element interface represents the element's identifier, reflecting the ID global attribute. If the ID value is not the empty string, it must be unique in a document. The ID is often used with get element by ID. Oh, right. What am I thinking? We're in web development. It's an ID. I could use this as an ID. I could use this as an ID. Let me think about that. So if I did this as an ID, over here would be like an ID of this. So like why Rust, and then we'd have an ID coming off of it. And it would probably be like, the database ID, whatever. An ID that I can access it from a database. I would want then it has to be removed from here to the left when I'm done with it. Otherwise we'll have double IDs. And then it'll be fine. Okay. Alan Lazzy, hello. How do I feel developing a Rust backend coming from a JavaScript background? So, I guess it might not be exactly the same because my background before JavaScript, I had a sysadmin background. So I did a lot of backend stuff with shell scripting. I did some Python. I wasn't really creating web servers, but I was sort of more familiar with sort of like the backend type of things and just like how that works. So I'm not sure it's going to be the same type of answer that somebody else who doesn't have that experience has. But with that out of the way, I really like Rust. I think that Rust, especially in web development, is really nice for the super strong type safety. It feels like I actually get that for real. When TypeScript, I get that I feel like 85-90% of the way there that it's like safe and type safety. But then every once in a while you get like a type that TypeScript is like, oh, you have something else. Right. That's a runtime thing. Sorry, you lied to me and said that it was going to be this type, but it was actually something else. Whereas here in Rust, it's like, no, no, no. This is what it is. You're gonna have to like explicitly call that crash button. So I like that a lot more. Um, does that help? Like if it was me, I would probably still be building, like I would build Axum type stuff now for all the new things I'm gonna build if I'm gonna build a backend. I don't see a reason not to. I like it enough too that I want to do that. Rust also, just like Node.js, is really easy to lock down specific versions. Worried about the dev velocity. Okay, so the thing to consider about the dev velocity is that it's relative. Uh, Prototype would be hard. So it's relative. So there's two things to consider. I'm gonna have to put on my product owner, no, my team lead sort of management hat for this one. Ironically, so when we're talking about like developer speed, there's like two things to consider. One is definition of done. Definition of done is not um did I finish this thing and move it to the next column for QA? Definition of done as far as the business is concerned is the feature is deployed in front of customers and you're able to get feedback from it. That's it. And if you consider that, any bugs that come from it should make it you consider that feature isn't done yet. And so if using Rust actually speeds up the full process across the entire stack, then that means it's faster as development because we get to that done quicker. Because the bugs are actually like, you know, they're not done. It's not done if there's a bug. Uh, the other side of things is skill. As we get better with Rust, we get faster. There's less things that you're not really like learning at the same time as doing. You're just doing. So consider those two things as you're working on it. Stacking unions were a bad feature to add for type safety. Also, there's a reason why every other language avoided them. I unions. You know what's also really weird? The default linter for TypeScript yells at you if you use a generic where a union, like a 2-item union, would suffice. And that's something where a like a Rust thing would no go. It'd be like, no, you're using a generic, or you're just creating two different things. Just like that. That's what you're doing. And TypeScript's like, no, use a union. So like every time I go and it's like, okay, I can use a generic here, because like TypeScript supports that. It just tells me don't do that. You can use a union. It'll be much easier. It's like, okay, I guess I want to make TypeScript happy. All right, so we decided we're not going to use data ID. We're just going to use ID. So just like that. And then I don't even know if I need, can I just get this as, okay. Oh, I can't. Okay, so I still have to convert this. I can't get that ID. Do I have, do I? Target toml. I have element. Okay, so I need to get the button argument. So we're going to do button target. I don't know how I got that. I don't want that. Button target dot. Okay, so give me the button target dot ID. Which gives me a string. Okay, so it could be an empty string if there's no ID. Okay, so you give me the ID of this button target. Great. Now that I have that, let's convert that into an attribute value, and I want to send that up. So we need a move. So then we're going to, oh, right. We need to move, but then I need to do a let, this is props on click. We're going to emit, and then this is going to be an attribute value from the ID. Why are you unhappy? Oh, cannot move. Okay, that's fine. I don't want you to move. Well, this can now be oh no, I want that one. I cloned you out, then I button on click that clone. Okay, there we go. Bull first dad, hello. How are you doing today? All right, so I have you working here. So okay, so this should now tell me that. Okay, so I need to put in an ID for each button, and then that should be emitted up. Good. Just getting back from getting your new glasses. All right, you mentioned you're gonna get new glasses, like what, a week or two ago? How are they? So far so good. Awesome. Oh, that's good to hear. Okay, so this is gonna be a callback for the button list. So this is gonna be the all articles on click. Callback from, we're going to get the ID, which is an attribute value. And we're going to use that here. How is it still working? Okay, so we have on click equals all articles on click. Okay. I mean, you're not showing any errors, but you absolutely should show errors. Oh, it's recompiling. It's going to have errors very short. Here it is. Okay, missing the ID. Okay, so I have the titles from this. Do I have the ID? I have, oh, it's title. Oh, I do have ID. Okay. And then that should copy out. Okay. Mismatch types expected, a string found, an I64. Okay, well, I can toString this. ToString. Oh, this needs to be an attribute value. Oh, wait. Maybe I can do attribute value from, I somehow killed this, so title title.id. Okay, so you actually do need to be a string. Okay, I keep on pressing the wrong buttons. I wanted to press change and I pressed X by accident. That was just a fat fumble. That's not like a just a misremembering, unfortunately. ToString. Okay, so give me a string of that. Hand it to create an attribute value from that. Pass that in there. That should then go into a button list. Now, when we come out, we're going to get that ID back out of here. And so we can probably just log data this. We can say button or article with ID clicked, or button article clicked with ID. And that's going to be the ID that. Okay, success, and let's do this again. ID 1, 2, 3, and 4. Perfect. Perfect. 3 pairs of glasses so far. I think I've only ever had 1 pair because they always get so expensive here. You have to ask, what's the purpose of front-end frameworks that let you write websites with languages that compile into WASM? What's the benefit over traditional technologies? Okay, so the benefit of using something like WASM is that it allows you to use other languages. Like that's the real benefit. It's like, okay, so now I can use Rust to write front end code directly. Now, the benefit of like why I use Rust instead of something like TypeScript, because TypeScript is now essentially natively supported by all the front end frameworks, or at least all the modern ones. I would argue that the reason for something like Rust is, well, I mean, there's actually a lot of potential small reasons for this. One reason is familiarity. If you have a team that knows Rust and doesn't know JavaScript very well, then they're going to be faster and higher quality building in Rust. Like there's still some things they need to learn, but it's not going to be like 4 or 5 different things they learn all at the same time. And I don't know if you remember, there was the old argument back when Node came out of, ooh, now you don't have to context switch for languages when you go from front end to back end. It's all just JavaScript. Same argument. It's all just whatever language you're using. Rust, it can be C sharp, C++, whatever you want. As long as there's something that compiles to assembly, it'll work for you, and it'll make you faster and hopefully better. The other thing is why Rust specifically, maybe for this. To me, it's the borrow checker and the compiler. Well, I guess like compiler is the borrow checker and the type system. Those things together and like sort of help with development. Those are nice things for development. So hopefully that helps. That's sort of like my explanation for it. Where do you see that the ID was missing? Oh yeah. So I didn't see that it was missing yet. I knew it was going to be missing. If I opened up, oh, you know what? Let's go. Let's remove it. Here, if I comment this out, I don't even have to wait for long. If I open up my my help here, I can see this missing structure fields ID, missing fields. This right here is red, and if I highlight it, it shows me up here on top of it. However, I had just added the requirement for an ID, and so I knew it was coming. I think it hadn't finished compiling yet, so it didn't show me there yet. But I knew it was coming, and I knew where it was. Okay, so we have you here. We now know the ID of the article that we clicked, and so I want to move it over into a different list. I'm thinking we use internal state for this, and this will be a list of articles that are now on the left hand side. Okay, so we have We have the article titles. Okay, so we're gonna have article titles now on the left hand side. So I want something like um, assigned article titles. Let's do use state. And then I want this to be a vector with, now this is this response data here. I could put the same response data in and then I just move it over. That might work. So that's what? That's get LMS article titles response data. If I use this too much, it's gonna really suck. So I knew that. Oh, first time wearing plastic frames. Your previous ones were metal. Think I think I've only had plastic. Well, I've only had like one pair of glasses, and it was plastic frames. Uh, one of the three glasses you got were also metal frames. I think you're gonna stick with these plastic ones. What's great about them is they're made to help with your eyes when you're sitting in front of a PC for 12 to 16-hour days. They are much lighter. I like those. My wife had metal framed sunglasses, so not prescriptions, and they're heavy, but they do allow for better. They're heavy, but like they sometimes like fit a little bit better. Okay, so I have these are so okay. So now I have these assigned article titles. Now I want to push into this. Okay, so I actually do need this above the on click there. Let's delete you. Let's put you here. And I'm gonna also need to. Okay, so I need. All right, time for us to do our trick. Come here. We're gonna do that. Match. Surround. Add that. Okay, I want to let signed articles titles equals. All right, I need to clone this. Not with anything inside of the clone. Okay, so I do that, and I need to move in. Then I want to. Okay, so now this is just passing the ID out. Do I want to pass the entire thing out? I mean, no, I probably don't. So I get the ID here. I need to find the ID within here. And then push that away. I'm I'm not getting I'm starting getting a little bit bothered by using the database type here. I don't think this is a good idea. There's a bunch of sort of like extra cruft that's coming with it. I think I need to create my own type for this, which does mean I need to convert it when we first get it in. Kind of sucks, but I don't really see I don't really see a way around it. And if I use a struct with that, I can have some methods with that too. I'm not sure what the right way to go around it is. Okay, so if I do something like pub struct, actually this doesn't need to be public yet. This could be a struct. This is going to be the article titles it's really going to be an article title. I think I have to throw like a data in to make it unique enough. I'm a little bit concerned about the name getting too similar to something else. This is like a specific article title, like, piece of data. It's like the article title. Maybe we'll try this right here. We know we're going to have a pub ID. I want that to be, that's going to be an I-64. We're going to have a pub title, which is going to be a string. Oh, it's that time again. Okay, so if I do that, then okay, so I think I need to refactor. So we can be getting, every time I try to use async, maybe not every time, but it it doesn't very often work the way I really want it to work, and it sometimes causes more issues than it solves. So I'm gonna have to move away from use async, and we're gonna have to instead do a use effect and fill out this. So I'm gonna want this is gonna be article titles equals, okay, so we're gonna use a use state. And I just want a vec that has an article title in it. And we create a new empty vector. So that's completely empty at that point. And then I can use this here down in a list. And then we have the chosen ones, the all articles, which is essentially the same thing. So this one will now be this will also be an article title. So now I'm making it the same. Then I pass in the article title into both of them. I wonder if I can do this I wonder if I can use a generic to pass this in. Might be interesting. Well, that's something we're gonna have to deal with tomorrow. Let's see. Starting to cover some of the more traditional CS problems in class now, like the dining philosophers, traveling salesman, knapsack problem. Oh, those are dynamic programming stuff, right? They're really difficult, honestly. I mean, I can't remember with the other ones, but like traveling salesman is still something trying to be solved. So, like you're getting into the fun problems where you can't like they're still unknowns. Dining philosophers. Also, that was in the beginning of the first Rust book. I can't remember anymore. I can't remember that. I don't have a physical copy of it. Oh, and my algorithm book isn't down here. So I can't check to see if one of my algorithm books has it either. There's some interesting things though that we might be able to do with AI. This was way back when, somewhere in 2015. I think I had that might be I might have read the next version from that because I think I started in 2016. I started the stream and doing Rust 2016 or 2017. I can't remember anymore. It was before the 2018 edition. I remember that came out while we were still streaming. Also, hello Togglebit. How are you doing today? The knapsack problem is really interesting because the decision version of the problem is NP complete, but when the input data is unary encoded, it's weakly NP complete, meaning you can use dynamic programming to solve it in pseudo polynomial time. Like I know what that all means if I sit down and I think about it long enough, but it breaks my brain when I'm trying to think about it on stream. It's also fun to say and read though. I'm pretty good. I'm it's tired though. It's a Monday. It is a Monday. I forgot to run the to update the Rust analyzer before we're going here. So we have last week's Rust analyzer. That's clearly all of our problems are due to that. Can't possibly be anything else. All right. I've delayed enough. It's 8:20. I need to get ready for my day job. So I think we're gonna bring it to a close. Let's go ahead and commit all this up before I forget. Because I probably will. So status, add this. Okay, so we are work in progress, adding like articles to left column. That will remind me what I'm working on next time, right? Push you out. And then we did some work over here. Okay, get commit. We are okay. Emitting out ID when button clicked. Hey, how did I get my? I want you over there. How long was that there? Was that there all day? What did I say about Rust Analyzer? So I'm using Helix now, toggle bit, which is really nice. I don't know if you saw sort of like some of the differences in it. I know you took a look at it again not too long ago, and Helix for Rust Analyzer, I have to install it through some other system. So now I have to keep it up to date myself, as opposed to through Cargo or Rust Up, which kind of sucks. That'd be really nice if it was automatically kept up to date like you do with VS Code or something else. But now I have to like write a script or do it manually or something like that, which I'm never going to remember to do. So I have a task. I have a sticky note on a whiteboard upstairs that on Mondays run the brew update. I guess I'm gonna keep things up to date more on my computer. All right, let's push that up to. You're happy here, and then I didn't change anything in database, so we're good to go here. Okay, so with that, thank you all of you. Talk a bit. Are you gonna be streaming? Are you streaming this morning, or are you just hanging out with me? Probably not today. Okay. So then I'll just hanging out. Ooh, I will. Ooh, yeah. Okay, a video explaining about what you're talking about with the knapsack problem. I will take a look at that. I will add that stuff to my watch list. Thank you very much, Bolter's dad. I love watching about that kind of stuff. I do need to be more awake usually to watch it. Knapsack is dynamic programming. It is indeed. I've heard that dynamic programming in Rust is hard. I haven't tried it though, so it might be a good challenge someday to do. I have so many things I want to do. You hate dynamic programming in general. Oh, you got your Google. Well, of course you're going to get into Google Onsite. Google loves that kind of stuff. Okay, one of the things you're looking to learn about currently are PTAS and FPTAS. PTAS. I'm not sure what are PTAS and FPTAS. I probably know what it is, and I'm blanking on expanding it out into the acronym. Polynomial time approximation scene. Oh, okay. I don't think I've ever done anything with that. I I I didn't finish my algorithm stuff, so I'm a little bit I'm pretty weak in algorithms. It is something I want to get better at though. Maybe I'll create a course on it, which will force me to learn it. That's that's the best way for me to to deal with that. It's funny how much experience you have shows how useless it is in real world. So it's I hear about this all the time. It's not that it's useless in the real world. It's that the type of programming that I do, which is more like business oriented dev, more like for the front end for the user type things, that doesn't really need it very often at all pretty much. But if I were to be creating compilers, that kind of stuff, maybe even the kind of stuff that Togglebit's doing, that might need a lot more. Okay, it's extra reading on your part. All right. Well, I've hung out for another extra 5 minutes, so now we have to do an emergency stream shutdown. So I love it when it gets to this emergency stream shutdown. It's not really much. I just shut down the stream. But anyways, we need a 24-hour stream. No, that would kill me. I don't get good enough sleep for that. I would not recover from that very well. I could do some like after hour streams, like some other things. I've done that in the past, but probably not for a while. Anyways, everybody, thank you so much for hanging out today. Tomorrow a normally stream, but I am actually going to be skipping tomorrow because I've been requested to go in from my day job, and so I'm gonna be going there in the morning instead of streaming. So I will be back on Thursday morning to continue with this project. And so if I don't think I'll be touching it until then anyway. So you can all we all see whether or not I remember what the heck I was doing in 2 days. So with that, have a great rest of your Monday, and I will see you on Thursday. Bye.